Good afternoon, traders, and welcome back to the Hot Stocks Outlook for May 25th, 2018. Hope you're all having an excellent week in the financial markets, and as always, a lot to cover today. We're going to look here at F5 Networks, Microchip Technologies. We've got Sirius XM, so a lot in the tech space there, but also Decor Outdoors, so apparel, and of course the energy space, which we've been covering week after week, really over the past several weeks. Really great opportunities throughout that energy and oil and gas space. So starting here with F5 Networks, we have daily price actions. That's what these candles are, is all end of day data, daily bars and candles here. And against that price data, we have a few indicators that really round out this forecast to help traders make better decisions here. Now, the black line that you see on the chart there, that is what we refer to as a actual or simple moving average. So a very common technical indicator. And what it does is it's a great summary of where price action has already been, really just a basis for us to really form a directional bias on the market. Now, this blue value that you see against the chart, for that value to be generated, what these neural networks are doing, a type of artificial intelligence found within this software, is analyzing how other markets are affecting, in this case, the target market of F5 Networks, and using and generating predictive data to build into these indicators. So what that creates is a predicted moving average forecasting where average prices are expected to move next. Now, in addition to that predicted moving average, you see we have a neural index. This is a extremely accurate 48-hour indicator, so very short term, just 2 days, or you can think of it just as two candlesticks as it moves forward in time. And you also have a predicted high and low range that's generated before every single trading day. So you not only know trend direction, but short-term strength or weakness, what you should expect in the market, but also having actual levels intraday to know where you should go ahead and accept prices. So as long as that blue line remains above the black line, you want to go ahead and essentially get long the market. The forecast or prediction is to the upside. And as long as that prediction remains intact, you want to hold on to that trend. We see this market now has been trending up over 20% just in the past 31 trading days. But as a trader, you may have different styles. Whether you're short term, you may want to be adjusting and managing your position as a trade moves forward. And that's where the predicted high and low ranges are extremely helpful to help guide those traders as they're making those shorter term trading decisions. So if I go into the software here and I can actually bring up those predicted high and low ranges against the actual price action, you can see how this works, where this market starts moving into an uptrend. But as the market trades forward, these levels are constantly adjusting and forecasted ahead of the market. So you know strategically where you want to be adding to your position, where you may want to day trade from and accept prices intraday. But you see there overall in this 20% move higher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 excellent entries overall in that uptrend that you can go ahead and again add to positions, take shorter term profits on your trades. So moving forward here in Microchip Technologies, same approach and same methodology of understanding, okay, well, as long as this blue line we see crosses at the beginning of this month here in May, blue line above the black line, the predicted moving average is above the actual moving average. You'd want to go ahead and look to get long, and of course use those predicted highs and lows as a guide to guide you of where to accept price levels. And you see how this works is the market, we get a little bit of a red candle here, inside day here, but here we get a predicted low hit here, predicted low hit here, predicted low hit here. So you understand intraday where you should be looking to go ahead and accept prices. And as the market trades forward, these levels adapt for you. So even as volatility sort of gets a little bit more crouched in, things start to go sideways, these ranges are adapting ahead of time so that you know, again, where to go ahead and accept prices for the next trading day before that candle has occurred. And you see a really nice overall move here in Microchip Technologies and really a lot of the tech space here. Overall, let's see from this entry all the way down on that candle from that predicted low, almost 13%, about 12.5% move in just the past 15 trading days, over $10 a share price movement higher. Moving on to Decor Outdoors here. Exact same thing. You see going towards the end of April, beginning of May, you get this crossover to the upside saying, okay, well, as long as that blue line remains above the black line, you want to look to go ahead and be long the market, execute your strategy to the long side of the market, and of course, use those predicted levels as your guide moving forward. So understand that, okay, well, you can buy at this predicted low. You see a beautiful move all the way to the predicted high of the trading day. Here you hit this predicted low, close above. Here your neural index gets bearish. So again, warning you of some weakness over the next couple days. But of course, if you're in an uptrend, you want to buy out that weakness. You see how the predicted low actually gets lower, warns you that you should look to add to that position at a lower price level and stay with that uptrend, of course, as long as that blue line remains above the black line. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really great entries in this market as the market moves significantly higher over a fairly short period of time here. Overall, we can see about, let's see how many trading days we have here. About 17 or 18 trading days from these entries from these predicted lows, market's up over 11% or $10 per share on Decker Outdoors. Sirius XM, again, crossover to the upside. And, it's really how all these tools work together to really round out that entirety of the forecast. So you see how the neural index here flips down to a, red configuration saying weakness over these next couple of days. But the blue line, that predicted moving average, you see still very much above the black line. So you want to remain long the market, but expect you may get some chopping and volatility here. You may get you see these candles pushing a little bit lower, but as a trend trader, stick with that position. The trend is still very much to the upside. And of course, bringing in those predicted lows, you see how these levels respond and adapt moving forward. And that's what's really helpful about this is, after this move where you move a little bit lower, look how much the predicted low comes lower and says, okay, well, the next trading day, make sure you're buying down at these levels so you can get, again, that, ideal entry in this uptrend, which we can see multiple entries, these predicted lows working really well every single trading day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Almost 20 entries here on the upside of this market. And you see, obviously, want to be long Sirius XM here over this month of May. We can see the entirety of the move here so far. Really nice move to the upside. Let's take a look here at our profit calculator. Again, over 10%. And really just this past month, about 25 trading days, about a month time on the calendar, a really nice move to the upside. And of course, multiple places you can be buying into the market, taking some short-term profits, but sticking with that trend. You just see how strong this trend gets as that predicted moving average stretches away from the actual moving average. Definitely a market that you want to stick with. And lastly here, HollyFrontier. So we've really talked at length week in and week out about these energy stocks. And I actually brought this stock up at the beginning of April, again at the beginning of May. And what I want to really highlight here is, of course you want to get in at the beginning of this trend when this crossover comes through and says, now is the time to go ahead and get long. But even from these levels here, where we covered this stock in our hot stocks outlook, what I really want to highlight here is how accurate the forecasts are moving forward, because that's really what it's all about in trading, is being able to adapt and, adjust your position in accordance with what's most likely to occur in this market. So, even from this May period here, you see the trend still very much to the upside. And look at these predicted lows really guiding you moving forward. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and be using profits to add into this market, there's plenty of great places to do that. And over the course of this entire move, so, had you stuck with this position over the course of the trend, you see that blue line really never crossing at all below the black line, signaling, look, the trend is up, hold on to that position. This is now turned into, let's see here, over 64% or $28 per share really since the beginning of March there. So, almost a few months time. It takes a while for a market to move this much, but a 64% move where, if you're getting in at $44 per share, you can lock in those stops, trail them up with the market, but also understand where you can add and take those profits and use them to add strategically to your position as it keeps trending higher. So for this week, guys, that is all for the Hot Stocks Outlook. Of course, thank you all for watching. Best of luck. Once again, this is the Hot Stocks Outlook for May 25th, 2018. Have a great rest of the trading week. Thanks again, and bye for now.